Hi, I'm here with a new video of the Prophets Surah, and starting from the verse 30. Do the unbelievers not realize that the heaven and the earth used to be one solid mass that we exploded into existence, and from water we made all living things? Will they believe? And it's common in the Quran that physics and biology they are mentioned together, and it indicates the Big Bang theory, and it's also true that the creatures were made by water, made from water. Would they believe? And we placed on earth stabilizer lest it tumbles with them, and we placed straight rods therein, that they may be guided. and we rendered the sky a guarded sailing. Yes, they are totally oblivious to all the portents therein. And he is the one who created the night and the day and the sun and the moon, each floating in its own orbit. We never decreed immorality for anyone before you. Should you die, are they immortal? Every soul will test that after we put you to test, through adversity and prosperity. Then to us you ultimately return. So it's very beautiful. And it says that God has created everything, and God knows that we will eventually die, and the game will over. And it's also indication of this is a testing place, agreed a testing place, and it's also very it says a test through adversity and prosperity. So for example, let's give me an example, like let's give me a bad example, like let's assume that you cannot use your arms. So this is a greatest adversity. But if you cannot use your arms, it's a great adversity. Maybe you will think that God made you like this. Maybe you will accuse God. There are some people, unfortunately, think like that. And this is a very bad, very severe accident, a severe thing. However, if you don't have your arm, if then you have less responsibility. In the Quran, we see that. So for some, there's no war for, so they don't have to join attend war. They have less responsibility. So it's part of the game. But it's also true that they can do less good deeds, but God will calculate it. So the most important thing is being aware that the world is sort of a game, uh, sort of a testing game. So, and this is only one game, and we have to be successful. When those who disbelieve see you, they ridicule you. Is this the one who challenged your gods? Meanwhile, they remain totally heedless of the message from the most gracious. The human being is impatient by nature. I will inevitably show you my signs. Do not be in such a hurry. So they're against it. So they want to believe their previous gods. Meanwhile, they remain totally heedless of the message from the most gracious. The human being is impatient by nature. I will inevitably show you my signs. Do not be in such a hurry. They challenge, where is that retribution if you are truthful? So this is also important, that God knows that human being is impatient by nature. I will inevitably show you my signs. So the signs means the things that occur to you and you feel like it's sort of a lesson. If only those who disbelieve could envision themselves when they try to ward off the fire of their faces and their backs, no one will help them. Indeed, it will come to them suddenly, and they will be utterly stunned, and they can neither avoid it nor can they receive any respite. Messengers before you have been ridiculed, and consequently those who ridiculed incur the retribution for their ridiculing. So this is referring to this. Say, who can protect you from the most gracious during the night, during the day? Indeed, they are totally oblivious to the message of their Lord. Do they have gods who can protect them from us? They cannot even help themselves, nor can they accompany one another when they are summoned to face us. We have provided for these people and their ancestors up until an old age. Do they not see that every day on earth brings them closer to the end? can they reverse this process? So previously it was mentioned too, and it is interesting that the human previously it was mentioned that humans are getting closer to that, and here it says the world is getting closer to that, right? We have provided for these people and their ancestors up until an old age. Do they not see that every day on earth brings them? Oh, sorry, humans are getting closer. Can they reverse this process? Can they reverse aging? So they cannot reverse aging. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Say, I'm warning you in accordance with divine inspiration. However, the deaf cannot hear the call when they are warned. So it means, yeah, they're like deaf. They don't want to listen. They close them. They don't want to understand it. When a sample of your Lord's retribution afflicts them, they readily say, "We were indeed wicked." We will establish the scales of justice on the day of resurrection. No soul will suffer the less injustice. Even the equivalent of a mustard seed will be accounted for. We are the most efficient reckoners. We gave Moses and Aaron the statute book and Bacon, a reminder for the righteous, the ones who reverence their Lord, even when alone in their privacy and they worry about the hour. This too is a blessed reminder that we sent down. Are you denying it? So, this is uh, this is the last verse I wanted to mention in this video, and thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next video.